This is Jack Carr with IL Sports Wire. We're out at Mount Pulaski here at their wonderful looking track facility now that everyone here can really enjoy and all the students can enjoy. Here with Andrea Noltensmeyer. Andrea, first off, what events are you doing this year?
I do the 4x2, 300 hurdles, long jump, and triple jump.
Talk about what are those events you've been doing. What are some of the top events and some of the things you've been doing your best at there on the track?
Triple jump is probably my top event, and 300 hurdles are my top event. Triple jump is one of my favorite events, and I compete in that the most.
Why do you like triple jump really as, your favorite event? Is there a reason for it? You really got it? What's something you like about the triple jump?
I like triple jump the most because it's a rare event and not many athletes do it, and I compete best in that position in triple jump.
No, I love that. Super exciting. Talk about your coaches, how your coaches really can motivate you, have motivated you during out the season in practice, at the events, everything. Talk about the importance of having them.
I love both of my coaches, Coach Cam and Coach Campbell. I call them the Coach Cams. Coach Campbell is always there to pick me up and carry me off the track sometimes when I run too much, and Coach Cam is also there to lift me up.
Last question for you. Mount Pulaski, it's a very supportive community, as we all have seen in several sports. What can I do to support you guys during this spring, really to help you guys, excel on the track?
Coming to more of our events. We don't have a lot of people come to our events a lot, so if we have more people, I feel like the community can pick us up.
I'm going to give you a little last question. Warrensburg will be there on Saturday. What's some expectations coming in Saturday's big meet at Warrensburg?
To maybe get in the top 5 in triple jump and in 300 hurdles, because that's going to be a very big meet for us.
Well, we're excited. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
This is Jack Carr with IL Sports Wire. We're out here at Mount Pulaski at the track practice with Gage Hickey, one of the top throwers in the state. Gage, what's some things you've been working on here in the spring to hopefully, excel? You just said you had the 3rd longest throw in discus. Now you're at the 6th. Talk about what goes into really having some of those top throws in the state.
Well, I'd say a lot of that goes into it is definitely putting time into the weight room. You gotta be consistent with that, and focusing a lot on your form. I feel like your form is a big part of how you throw, especially if you're a rotational thrower, and can provide you with a lot more momentum to just throw farther.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see the weight room side of things when it comes to track and field. They say, you're out here just throwing. Talk about what you work on specifically in the weight room to help you with your throws.
Discus-wise, you gotta work on balance, you gotta work on control, your core, all that. And more on the shot put side, you have to work on explosive power, like deadlift, bench press, squat, all those good things.
Yeah, no, it looks like you're putting a lot of effort into it. Now, you went from, an indoor season to an outdoor season, switching to not having discus really in indoor. What's that switch saying now you got shot and discus, you're kind of doing the 2 events instead of just the 1?
It's a little more stressful, but it's also a lot more fun, because then if I say I'm bad in one event, then I still have another event to go to and just focus on that one, and maybe I'll have a good day.
You got some top throws in the state already. What's the main goal at the end of this season? What are you looking to accomplish?
I'd say by the end of the season, I'm looking to throw at least 150 in discus and around 40, 45, 46 in shot.
Sounds like a good goal. Well, Gage, we're excited for the rest of the season. We'll see you on Saturday.
I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. This is Jack Carr with IL Sports Wire. We're out here at the Mount Pulaski track practice with Piper Tyson. Piper, you've really been excelling at the field events. Talk about those events and how you've barely been pushing yourself to the max this spring.
So I practice year-round with my private coach, Sean, and he's the best coach and pushes me to be the maximum and the best I can be. And, I work every day, regardless of shot or disc, even if it's bad weather. You got to work with all the different weathers. And, just getting the reps in, working out, doing all the little things keeps me going.
You did a lot of, great stuff in indoor track, but now you're going to outdoor. What's really the difference switching from an indoor mentality to an outdoor mentality really out there?
So indoor, sometimes I do a little bit of running for fun because I like it. But going from indoor to outdoor, it's just a switch because the shot is a different size. But discus also pushes me a little bit more because I have more motivation in discus because it's more enjoyable for me. And, I just got to keep pushing for state and be realistic with myself with shot put.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're looking to be a state, placer, hopefully getting to state. Talk about what goes into saying, hey, I got to make sure I get to state this year.
So, in Illinois, you only get one chance to make state in sectionals. You got to show up that day. But every meet, I've thrown qualifying for state, and I'm not too worried. And although I haven't had my big throws like everybody else yet, it's coming. And I'm just putting the pieces together right now. I don't need it right now.
No, and you have really a month to prepare for that. So what do you do really at meets? Do you prepare as you are at state? Prepare as, hey, I got to really do my best. What's the mindset going into some of these big meets like Warrensburg on Saturday?
It's just practice. These meets are not really relevant to me until conference and sectionals and state. It's just me and the tape measure. It doesn't matter what other people are throwing. I'm just worried about myself.
No, for sure. And then last question for you. This looks like a fun team. Everyone's having a great time. Talk about this team and how fun it's been really with these group of people.
So, you look at our team, you don't see the numbers that everybody else has. But being small, we're all very tight-knitted, like the basketball team even. We all have that super tight bond. And it's just really enjoyable because we have our throwers, our sprinters, our distance runners, our jumpers, and everything. But even though we're all separated, we still come together at the end of the day.
Was it tough going from basketball, going deep into state and then going to track? I know that's kind of hard, not expecting sometimes to go that far as usual.
So no, we always had that mindset with basketball, as you know, but no, it kind of just pushed me to want to do better at state, and I was training to the side as well, but I just really pushed me to want to go to state more, go back to back.
Well, Pipe, we're excited for this spring, and we're excited for basketball again in November.
Thank you.
Yep, gotcha. This is Jack Hart with Kelton Olson here at the Mount Pulaski track meet. Kelton, talk about some of those events you've been working on this spring.
I mostly just run the 3200.
What are you working on, in the 3200? What are you hoping to achieve this spring with that long distance race?
I'm hoping to get sub 12 and just work on that and getting ready for cross country.
No, for sure. The 3200 is not an easy race. It takes a lot of endurance, a lot of, making sure your timing and pace is on. What's some of the stuff that you work on in practice and make sure that you're the top notch when you go to a meet like that?
I'll do 400 repeats, and on some days I'll just run multiple miles, 3 to 5 miles a day.
Does it ever exhaust you running those 3 to 5 miles a day?
It's not as bad now because I've been running through cross country, but it did at the start, yes.
No, for sure. So what's something, that's difference between track and cross country that take to really help boost, either one of those?
Cross country was the scene. You weren't just running in a circle. We ran through a lot of trails, so it was nice to watch. But tracks are harder to pace, I think, without as many kids there to know what time you need to pace at.
Yeah, talk about pacing. I know it's very important in track to make sure you're at the top of your pace. What do you work on? How do you get that perfect pace really when you're running on the track?
It's the 400 meter repeats, really. I try to get my pace down. Miss Campbell will time for me. She times it. We divided enough out to see what each 400 needs to be.
No, that's super exciting. Okay, last question for you. Warrensburg is this weekend. What's something you're hoping to achieve? Is there a time you're looking to achieve this weekend? What's some of those goals you got for you?
I'm trying to get under 12 and hopefully get top 5 in the meet.
Well, I think you can do that. Well, thank you, Kelton. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yep, good stuff, buddy. This is Jack Hart with IL Sports Wire. We're out here once again with some wonderful guys wearing some cool shades here, out here. Guys, tell us your names first of all.
Connor French, Austin Kretzinger.
Connor and Austin, what are two of the events or some of the events you guys are really working on this spring to excel at, hopefully, here coming up?
Probably triple jump and our 4x2. Probably long jump and triple jump.
So you guys are really, getting a lot of the long jump, the triple jumps. What's some of the things that go into perfecting those as the season goes on?
Probably getting your steps down and make sure you have the right speed on that lane, because if you have the wrong speed, you're not going to make that board, then you're not going to get a good mark.
Yeah, I agree. Getting your steps down and make sure you have enough endurance to jump all the jumps, because once you jump some of them, you get tired and you won't jump as far.
No, for sure. Do you guys work on, some of the sprints? What goes into the practice of saying, hey, we need to make sure that our endurance is there, our jumps are there? What's some of those things you're working on in practice to make sure those are excelling?
Well, today we're running 6 400s to get our endurance up there so we can go perfectly on that lane. Usually we just run on our lane down there and we just jump.
Same thing?
Yeah.
There you guys go. Okay, you guys got a big meet as Warrensburg this weekend. Some of those big meets that prepare you for a sectional thing. What goes into preparing for a big meet like Warrensburg? Also, I'll start with you.
All the practicing that we've done, just put it into a show, and yeah.
Connor?
Yeah, getting all that practice in and also getting that right mindset, because you're not going to do good if you're not thinking clearly and all that.
Super exciting thing for you guys this year. You have your own track that you can practice on. It's brand new. It's exciting to have that. Talk about the importance of actually having that for practice heading into a lot of these meets.
It's definitely a lot better than when we had a parking lot to practice on, because we're a lot more prepared, seeing as like how we can use our hurdles and blocks and actually having a lane to get our steps down instead of like wing it when we're there.
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot because we actually like know what we're doing, and we don't just go there and just do whatever we want, because we actually practice on this instead of, like you said, the parking lot where we couldn't do much with.
No, of course not. Super excited to have that. Last question for you guys. Coach Campbell, Coach Tyson, how have they been supporting you all this spring, and how do they keep on supporting you guys as the season goes on?
Well, when we're always down, they always pick us up and tell us that we can do better. And whenever we don't do good, they tell the next jump and clear it out of your mind, like next page or whatever.
Yeah, what Austin said, they support us really well. Whenever we do bad, they just tell us that we're doing fine and you can always get it next time, so there's no need to really worry about it because practice is perfect and the only thing that really matters is sectional. So.
Well, we're excited for Warrensburg this weekend. Sectionals coming up. Mount Pulaski here, the most stylish guys out here with their shades and a track team. So you guys have got that for number one. Congrats, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you too.
Yep. Good work, boys. This is Jack Carr with IL Sports Wire. We're out here at the Mount Pulaski track practice day with Coach Tyson. Coach, first off, you have some great top throwers on your team. Talk about the top throwers and really the competitiveness you have here at Mount Pulaski this spring.
You know, when we talk about our top throwers here at Mount Pulaski, Gage has done a fantastic job for us. I mean, last year as a freshman, I think he threw 110 feet. This year, I think he's at 145, 150 feet, something like that. So that cat has had incredible progress. And what I would tell you is that Mount Pulaski has had a deep tradition in good throwers. And I think for the last 10 years, we've had somebody in the state finals. So that's incredible. Outside of COVID.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's still awesome.
To have a thrower in the state meet at a school our size, that's really, really impressive. And what that is I feel like it's a culture of throwers that teach each other every year in, year out. And so on the other side of it, you got Piper Tyson. So my daughter, right?
Of course.
She's been doing really well ever since the 7th grade. And what she's done is she's learned from those older throwers. And then they pass that along, right? So Piper's passed on to Gage. Gage will pass on to other people. And we got other throwers right now that are in the mix that could do really, really good things in the future. So we're excited about that.
No, it's super excited to have that depth and that continuing on of history of throwing here. Let's talk the other side. You guys have a brand new complex, a track now you can see in the back, which is super exciting for you guys. Yeah. Talk about the importance of having that and helping out your runners on the running side of things.
You know, and not only is it a comfort thing and a thing where we can get our laps in and know what our times are, and we're not just running on country roads, right? It's actually having the pride in a track that you can take pride in, and you can get the right splits, and you can know what zone exchanges are, and you can know exactly what it is that you're doing. So we're so blessed to have a community that supports us in that way.
No, it's super exciting. On the running side of things, what's some of those top people who are really competing in the running side of things here at Mount Pulaski? Who's really working up there? I know you got some younger guys coming and stepping up here this spring.
You know, I like the distance runners. I was a distance runner when I was in high school, and so I look at Kelton Olson. He's a young guy that we've got. He's been running the mile, the 2 mile for us, and to me, I like that race in particular. So that's the one that I've attached to outside of the throwers, and outside of that, I know we've got some tremendous jumpers that we've got on the team, and some guys that are really giving it their all.
No, it's super exciting. As a whole this spring, what's the one word you could describe as this group? What's something that important this group shows more that's different than really other groups in the past, you think?
I think in the groups in the past and this group is teamwork. They really work together as a team, and they're adaptable, right? Like, we ask them to go into different events that they wouldn't ordinarily do. You know, we've got throwers that run in relays at times, and you know, it's because we've got a smaller team and we've got to do what we've got to do to get points on the board.
Yeah, no, super exciting. Last question for you. We're headed to Warrensburg this weekend to follow you guys. What's some things in preparation for a big meet on a Saturday like that?
Those big Saturday meets, we got to eat right.
Of course.
That's the number one. You know, we've got to eat right in the evening before. We've got to mentally prepare. We've got to execute on all the things, whether those are relay exchanges or we've been doing our drills for our throwers, or it's our jumpers getting their steps down and getting to where they need to be. So that's what we're after. We're just focusing on those runs and those different races. But the other thing for us is always we keep our eye on the prize. The big prize is the sectional meet, right? So mid to late May for the boys and the girls, we want them to go to that sectional meet fully prepared and ready to advance to state too.
Well, Coach, we're excited for Saturday and excited for the rest of the season for you guys.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.